Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Chronicles of Captain Pontos. This is our 51st session of the current campaign, and our 115th session of the overall... whatchamacallit. I had the week off last week, and we had to cancel the week before that, so it's been a little while. It's been a bit choppy lately, but we are approaching the finale of the campaign, so hopefully we will manage at least a few in a row, bodies permitting. Aidan will be joining us a bit later, but first of all, I am going to hand you over to whoever would like to have a go at giving us a recap.
It's been so long, I've forgotten.
Do I go with my little notepad?
Oh,
yes,
fire away, mate.
Yeah. Well, the last two sessions, we were having a little bit of combat on a bony ship versus some old friends, those lovely Netherese mummies. With the boarding the ship by means of a polymorph wizard in the form of a whale and a flying dwarf going everywhere, and eventually we managed to kill everything and claim the ship. A few of us do seem to have picked up a bit of mummy aids.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but we eventually killed everything on the ship. Found a shed load of booty, which I still there's still no loot thing on our Roll20 for me to
bugger.
update the
Sorry.
loot.
Okay, hold on.
That's not a problem. That's for a later time. But we did find this ship had a big winch mechanism on board, which possibly the Netherese wanted to get the power source back for their own temple for whatever goods. Yeah, we have it, and I'll update it later on then. Excellent. But for now, we thought best to find where the power source in the ocean is, because we might need to steer the ship to get best place for the winch. So I think we were maybe catching our breath on the ship before diving back under.
So, quite right.
Oh yeah, and when we came back to the Shadowfell, the water, rather than being that nice dark ashen sort of sea that we'd come to love, became quite a thick red, kind of slightly disturbing thing. Whether that's something we've done or a byproduct of our actions, who knows at this time.
Indeed. So, I will just leave you in control of whatever you've already got control of, I guess.
Yeah, I've got Pontos.
We'll kind of do clusters by committee. For some reason, Pontos isn't there, so I'm going to drag him out again. I don't know what happened there. For some reason, the character art for Pontos keeps vanishing and reappearing and stuff. So I'm just going to pop him on the deck there. There was this... that's weird. Oh, I see. Right. There was this problem with Roll20 art assets all disappearing or not being filed properly for a while, so that might be something to do with it, but it seems to be fixed now. So you are aboard a ship made of bone with horrible black sails all tattered, and it is floating on the edge of... I'm going to show you the... Hold on, I'm going to show you the area map very quickly, if it decides to actually load up. So you are pretty much on the edge of the whirlpool, which is the... which corresponds to the Devil's Mouth in the other version of the world, if you like. If you remember, I think you were told by the Avatar of the Raven Queen that the Mythallar basically crashing into a landmass is what created this whirlpool and this little archipelago. So this was actually a larger landmass at one point, and the sundering of this island also did the same thing in the material plane.
And there seems to the power source that got ejected from the Netherese floating city before seems to have been what's tethering the Kraken into the material realm, which is having an undue effect on our orc pirate captain.
Indeed. But yes, that is where you are. So what would you all like to do? Oh, I've just taken you to the wrong place. There we go. But feel free to have a hearty tactical discussion, or you can make some very rash decisions. Entirely up to you.
Well, I think once everything's been resolved here, I think Pontos has claimed this boat as his. He seems to be extending the flagpole as we speak. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But the sooner we can get this done, I'm concerned what's happened to the water here and what effects that might have in the material realm when we return.
I guess we'll find out at some point, but for now, there's not a lot we can do about it.
Well, we before we go down, we have one of two choices, I believe. Callistus has a way to allow us to breathe while underwater, so we can function. Or if we stick close to Pontos, he can allow us. He was saying before, though obviously that would mean we'd have to all stay close.
Yeah, this is an ability that Pontos has got from being the warlock of the Leviathan. He has got a swimming speed and can breathe underwater, and as an action he can bestow the ability to breathe underwater on any creature within 20 feet of him, which requires concentration, basically. Also, as a free action, he can revoke that
whenever he sees fit.
Which could be hilarious.
Whereas our artificer he gave us all an object each or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever actually got round to creating anything.
Well, I mean, artificers in a weird way, their spells sometimes can be kind of things that they create. So it might be, here is a fish bladder that's got some runes on it that put out of your mouth and it allows you to breathe. And that's what, water breathing might represent. Or like the old Harry Potter, put the seaweed in your mouth, get on with it, boy.
So what shall we do then? Shall we just go? I mean, we're not quite sure where our artificer what he's done, so we use Gift of the Sea, just dive in and see what happens.
Obviously, I'm wary if our captain decides to charge off ahead of us, we might be caught short. But let's keep close for now and scout the situation.
Yeah, shall we rope ourselves so he's not too far away? I don't think he's going to drown at all, is he?
I don't think so. That'd be kind of that'd be a bad
hilarious
thing for him to do.
Yeah. Go on, let's go. Let's jump in and see.
Okay. Cannonball.
So you're all jumping in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Okay. 1 second.
Cannonball, Geronimo.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that is not what I meant to do at all. Ignore that completely.
Hang on. You landed right into a school of piranhas.
Right, I just hit the wrong button.
Hmm.
Right, let's try that again.
Right, everyone needs to protect Pontos, because if he loses concentration, I'm assuming we drown.
Pretty much.
Well, I mean,
Not
you'll
straight away.
you'll last as many drowning. I think you can survive underwater for as many turns as you have. What is it?
Your con value.
Is it Constitution?
I think
Ah.
it might be minutes actually. 1 minute for every point on your con.
I'm gonna have to find this because I can't find it in the compendium because for some reason the compendium is really difficult to search. So, okay, that is a magic item called that word. It must be in the book somewhere. You would think it would be, wouldn't you? But oh well, no one's drowning yet, so let's not worry about that immediately. So. Here we go. You jump into the sea, and as soon as you head... Oh, okay,
Sorry,
go on.
just one more question before. Can we speak, or is it just like breathe? Oh yeah, does it come out like that? That's literally what I was about to do next.
Yes, you would have enormous difficulty communicating unless you have... but you're already in the water now, so this is something that you have discovered after it was too late. How like life.
Yeah, Boris, like, everyone jumped and then like Boris, oh wait, I got a question.
So you're in the water. I am going to arbitrarily say that you are, I don't know, treading water about 30 feet off the seabed. Let's say that for now. Just you can go up or down. So if you have a swim speed, you can move your walking speed in water unimpeded. If you do not have a swim speed, you can only move at half speed.
Do I? Because my boots have little wings on them. So am I like the Submariner from Wakanda Forever, flying around?
I have not seen that, but I am going to assume that boots of flying don't work underwater. That maybe the little wings are flapping, but I don't think that they're having much effect.
So less Submariner, more Seaman from and how it's regarded in the DC universe, the Justice League.
Seaman.
Mm-hmm.
South Park Seaman. And his sidekick Swallow.
You're under the water, and it's difficult to see through because it is blood. But something that helps is the fact that there is an incredibly brightly shining object about 50 feet across sitting on the seabed. This close to it, for some reason, there is kind of a calm spot in the vortex, and you are not buffeted unduly by the swirling of the waters. However, you can feel heat radiating from it, even submerged as you are. I am going to show you roughly what it looks like from the side, but you should be able to see on the map what it looks like from the top. So it looks a bit like this. So it's kind of this big glowing orb of something, and it is surrounded by 3 concentric rings and a ring which has kind of feet on it, and it has landed on the seabed, made a little bit of a crater. But those of you that are magically aware, and in this instance I'm going to say that's anybody who is a spellcaster, you can all feel magic coming off it in waves. It is clearly enormously powerful.
Okay.
Can we tell roughly how heavy is it going to be? It's going to be a heavy thing.
That's an interesting question, and one that I wasn't expecting to be asked.
Well, we've got a winch, so I think weight shouldn't be too much of a problem.
How big's the ball inside that metal contraption?
So the whole thing is about 50 feet across. So it should actually probably be slightly bigger than I have rendered it in here. But I would say that that is at least 25 feet across.
Okay.
It's not something I'm going to be able to stick in my pocket then.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Yorl is going to come on, move, you silly cow. That's it. There we go. Right, I'm just going to swim a bit closer to just start, just to marvel and look at this. This is as a thing of ancient arcane, during a heyday of magic. I'm taking this opportunity to just possibly get a little bit distracted here and just look at it and just try and understand it as much as I can.
Okay, well, give us an Arcana roll.
Mm-hmm.
You could also do a history roll too if you want.
I'll do an Arcana first.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
I don't know where the guidance came from.
Still a pretty good roll though. So
yeah. I just wondering what the D4 for guidance was.
So you grew up in Fairwick, so you are probably a fairly accomplished scholar when it comes to Netherese lore. So
reading it compared to physically seeing it from ancient hearsay stories and all this. This is like suddenly witnessing, sort of going back in time and seeing a Roman legion in action, how they would actually perform and how they would speak, or almost like think of the original Stargate when he came and like suddenly discovered how ancient Egyptian was meant to be spoken and everything. This is like, oh my good God.
Yeah, I mean this is like spending years reading physics textbooks about atomic science and then seeing a nuclear reactor. This is I don't know. This is probably the culmination of
something no one else would have seen for hundreds of years, and just be this close to it.
Yeah, the concentric rings, they are turning, they are moving. The thing itself is kind of moving, not necessarily in kind of obvious patterns. It kind of turns one way and then another. Rays of light are coming from it. It is an incredibly impressive sight. Yorl is instinctively aware that it is probably incredibly dangerous.
So I'm looking at the awe on Yorl's face. I'm saying, I think you're getting ahead of yourself here, Yorl.
This is a once in a lifetime. This is beyond reason. This is the closest mortals will have to the power of gods. Do you understand what this is?
It's just a big ball of light that we're going to destroy, or do something with. Shall we move forward, Pontos? Get a bit closer.
All right, then. Don't know why we have to destroy it. It's not affecting my fleet or anything. You might want to get a bit closer there, Borin.
Yeah, just a quick question. It said casting range of 20 feet. We can't go beyond 20 feet of Pontos, that means, yeah?
Yep. So Borin is now kind of choking a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Lie.
Oh, I'm vibrating. Why am I vibrating?
Dunno.
They're all excited.
Have you got beads or something? A bit weird.
It is just my watch talking to my phone.
The wife hasn't made you wear those weird underwear with the remote control or anything. Yeah.
Oh, what a horrible thought! Of trying to run D&D whilst having your nethers vibrated.
Yeah, let's go back to it, I guess, because I should have kept my mouth shut. I thought it was. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and see. Do you want to shoot an arrow into it?
I've just realised that you're probably going. You can attempt to make yourselves understood with a mixture of sign language and
interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance. So you can kind of gesture. I think, shall I shoot it with my bow, is something that you could probably gesture. So
Hang on. Bow and arrow physics is not going to work underwater.
Well, think of it like a harpoon. If there's enough power behind it, it should work.
Well, it depends if John wants to actually look at the underwater combat.
Oh, I have them to hand. Yes, I mean you can certainly try to use your bow.
Okay, so I'm going to get my bow out, and I'm just going to put an arrow in, just a normal one. I'm going to put it back. In my mind, I'm thinking like a harpoon because that's exactly how harpoons work, and I'm firing my bow into this thing.
With compressed gas, not from string.
Nah, the old-fashioned 1960s ones had proper elastic as well.
Oh yeah, those ones. I don't know if that.
I think James Bond. Dun 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 dun.
You know, I know the ones you're talking about now, but I don't know if that would work in a bow sense. Crossbow, maybe, yeah.
Ooh, I do have a crossbow.
So
But let's see what happens. Just want to see what happens anyway.
So you're going to have to roll it off your character sheet because there's nothing for you to target on the map. Yeah, give us a roll with disadvantage.
And disadvantage. Where's my bow? Where's it gone? Choice or crossbow. Come on, so I'm just trying to find it.
Oh my god, you have so many things in that box there. And you also have hand crossbow bolts twice. Let's get rid of that.
Indeed.
Oh, that's the weapon proficiency. Okay, so the fourth one down on the quick attacks in the middle of your character sheet is the leaf steel longbow.
Quick attacks.
Yeah, middle of your character sheet.
Okay, got ya.
Center row, and it's
Yep.
like the fourth thing down.
Got ya.
And you probably have tons of
I've got. Oh, that's
tons of
pretty cool. I've
duplicates
got.
there.
Yeah. Booming blade a few times and stuff, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Don't look at my character sheet with all the different spell attacks I've got kind of in that centre bit, but.
Yeah, for some
Yes,
reason
I
we
think
end up
that-
with a lot of duplicates, and I don't know why this happens. I used to think it was because when you leveled up, it did a new version of it updating your spell DCs and stuff, but actually I went. It just seems to create duplicates whenever it feels like it. So, okay. You get the impression that your bow is certainly impaired by the dense medium of the water. So the arrow does move through the water, through the blood, towards the what you realise is definitely the Mythallar.
Yep.
And it does strike one of the outer rings, and you can hear kind of a tink from the metal barb kind of hitting the stone ring, and it just kind of goes ooh, ding, and then just kind of sinks down through the water.
Okay. So I'm just going to turn around and shrug and put my bow away.
I'm drawing my axe. But, however, as I'm about to rise up and hit it, I've just realised something, and so I put my axe away. Make hands are now free. I'm silhouetting, charading, hitting it with an axe, and then my hands go big explosion, and in the form of speaking, I let out a big boom. And then like shrug my shoulder, like put my hands up as like weighing it out.
Right. If we're gonna try and destroy this, we're gonna try and do this properly. Right. Okay. So, how are we gonna try and do this, Kev? Let's be sensible.
Have to be sensible.
Well, now everyone understands, like, probably being next to the giant colossal power source is not the best idea to hit it. Ooh! I snap my fingers underwater, pull out my wand of magical arrows.
Wand of magical
Magic missile.
arrows?
Magic missile, sorry. I did have that. Because I was going to strap it to my crossbow at some point.
Oh dear, I think I've just crashed the sandbox. That's annoying. So, I would not have removed it from your character sheet, so if you have it, it should still be on there. Let me have a quick look for you.
Wand of magic missile, there we go.
Okay. Right at the bottom. Okay, so the Wand of Magic Missiles.
How many charges are you going to blow?
How many charges does it have maximum? I can't remember.
I think it's 3. And then
7 charges, and
right.
one charge is a level 1 magic missile, and you can add extra to increase the level of the magic missile.
And it gains D3 back every day, I think.
Hold on. I'm gonna open up this magic item. So, Wand of Magic Missile, 5th edition. Because there's a different version of this that comes in Lost Mine of Phandelver, so I have to make sure that I'm looking at the right one. Because it actually has slightly different rules for it for some reason.
I've got it as D6 plus 1 charges a day.
Yeah. Wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a 1, the wand crumbles into ashes and is destroyed. So, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast magic missile spell from it. For 1 charge, you cast the first level version of the spell. You can increase the spell slot level by 1 for each additional charge you expend. So basically, you could go all the way up to level 6.
If you spent all 7.
Oh yeah, it'd be level 7, wouldn't it? It'd be the level 7 version. Would it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just going to go with 6, and I am going to hide around this mesa basin thing and poke out, and I just like motion everyone behind me whilst I've got my wand.
So I am assuming that the Wand of Magic Missile knows what bit you are aiming to hit, because as we know, Magic Missile
Needs a designated target.
strikes unerringly, so it can't miss. So whatever you want it to hit, it will hit. So what part of this thing has 3 rings and kind of a stand, if you like. So which bits of it are you trying to hit?
Right, so I'm assuming it's like one of those spinning pendulum things, so that they're all connected by the gimbal.
Do you mean like a... Come on, brain.
Yeah, so like they're discs inside a disc inside a disc, and they spin
Yeah.
around, but they're still attached by a gimbal on each level at some point, at some location. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a name for that, and I can't remember what it is. Because you can spin them and you can put it on your hand, sort of thing, and then you turn it and it still points the same way.
Gyroscopes.
Gyroscope, that's it.
Yes, a 3-layer gyroscope.
Yes, it does bear more than a passing resemblance to a gyroscope, except it's...
Right, so I'm going to aim for one of the gimbals.
Okay. So all of these magic missiles are going to strike the bits holding the rings together then.
That's 8d4 plus 8.
Yep. So, yeah, give us 8d4 plus 8. So /r space 8d4 plus 8, and then that will do that for us. Okay, that's not it. That is not it at all. So you've just done 8d8s, and we wanted...
So that's 34, so that'd be 42. Oh no, it's D8.
But those are d8s, it's d4s.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. I heard 8, so I was like,
D4.
Yeah, 8d4.
8d4 plus
8.
Okay, fine.
Yep.
Plus 8. Okay, there we go.
Why did you do 6 and 4? Why didn't you just do 8?
Because it doesn't. I'm using the dice roller.
Oh,
and
okay.
It only went up to 6. I didn't want to spend it forever doing coding. So it's 17
25.
plus. So 17 plus 6. So 23.
17 plus
25,
8.
because it's plus 8.
Yep.
Oh wait, 25 then, yeah.
Okay, 25 points of damage. So so your bright glowing magic missiles materialize from the end of your wand and move swiftly through the water towards the Mythallar. They strike the things holding the rings in position. Well, they strike the rings basically, because of course this isn't really a gyroscope. What I should have pointed out is that this is it's magic, so there doesn't have to be anything holding the rings in place. It's a construction of magic, so it doesn't necessarily need that if you follow. So what I need, so you can see that it definitely does some damage to the stone rings. You weren't aiming for the glowy ball in the middle itself, so you have damaged the structure of it a bit. You see it shake. You feel an almost kind of seismic movement as that happens.
Okay. Well, seeing that, Yorl is going to hold out her staff kind of a bit clumsily in this water. She now sort of gets an understanding of how humans must feel, sort of and she points it to the ground near sort of where the outer ring sort of loops past, and I'm going to cast a level 3 erupting earth. I'm going to post it up so you can see what it does. To try and seize and maybe snag the outer ring in the sort of column of earth that I'm creating.
Alright, let's have a quick look. Choose a point you can see in the ground within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in that area must take a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. I think an object... this is an object. It's not going to dodge in any way, is it? So...
So yeah, I'd be looking at kind of this sort of area. So not near the centre bit, but just trying to snag the ring, maybe just trying to hold it in place, or yeah, that's sort of my thought process. If I damage it, I damage it. But
okay. So well, stone and earth kind of is churned up, and it doesn't go into the air, obviously, because you're underwater, but it you know, crashes into the frame, if you like, and it kind of tips over a little bit. It definitely does it some damage, so roll some damage for me. So 30 points of damage, not bad. So
happy with that.
Yeah.
12 and a 6 on 3d12.
not bad at all.
That's pretty decent.
Maths is hard. There we go. So, what will happen if I put this on a different layer? I think I might actually put this on the token layer. Is that going to ruin everything? Oh, that's giving it an aura. I don't necessarily want it to have an aura, so I'm going to try and turn that off. No, it's going to be turned back on again, because the thing wants it to have an aura. Oh well, I guess it'll just have to have an aura for now.
So, I hope, sort of like I said, on the hope of just trying to gum it up or seize it or snag it, sort of if anything happened to that outer layer, just trying to impede it, really.
So, what kind of I'm just going to very quickly look at your passive perceptions. Does anybody have a passive perception below 13? So, looks like only one of you does, and that is Clestis. Who is just
below 13, or?
Yes, below 13, or, yeah, equal is fine, below is what it is. So, although you are all entranced and paying a lot of attention to this extremely attention-grabbing item, you do notice in the periphery of your vision, or at least all of you except for Dr. Clastus anyway, who is doing sums in his head and trying to work out what he could do with such an amazing device. You notice stealthily swimming from the edges, animal shapes. And suddenly, coming in from all directions, you see
alligators. No, sorry, no, crocodiles, because of the nose.
I respect a man who knows the difference between a crocodile and an alligator.
Oh, it's easy enough. If their nose makes an A shape, it's an alligator. If it makes a C shape, it's a crocodile.
Yeah, I love crocodiles.
Well, if,
Right.
if you say goodbye to one and it says "see you later," you know it's an alligator. That's just how you do it.
Well, I was going to say if they were sharks, they would be absolutely blind as bats if they're swimming in an ocean of blood.
Oh yeah. Well, they're definitely not sharks. I'm trying to do group initiative, and it didn't seem to want to let me do it. There we go. It's
God,
let me
there's
do
enough
it now.
of them.
What do you mean? There's not that many of them. But yes, some creatures appear, and these are clearly approaching with hostile intent. I'm going to get you all to roll initiative. You've already started doing that, which is great. And then
Lagging. Come on, click on Pontos. Come on. Accept Pontos.
yeah, I was hoping to kind of have an animated backdrop for this one, but I decided that
Okay.
it would make everything lag too much, so I didn't do it. I'm going to put that back on the map layer so that it doesn't get in the way.
What does just out of curiosity, Battle Axe of Fury? It gets it gets healing damage if if my creature bleeds. I'm in an ocean of blood. What happens here?
I
get
had not even thought of that. Yes, Borin suddenly becomes immortal. No, I
Or
don't
can they
think.
get like a +2 modifier or something?
Oh well, it appears to be blood, but maybe it is more a magical effect than actually an ocean full of living blood that has come out of animals
Ocean
or
ketchup.
people.
Ocean of ketchup.
Ocean of ketchup. Yeah, this blood has.
Guess it.
Yeah, this blood has been magically created. It has not been sourced from living bodies, so it doesn't have life force in it. I'm saying. But yes, we are about to have an underwater combat. I am going to share. So I'm going to share the underwater combat rules with you because it seems only fair that I don't entirely spring it on you. Or should I just spring it on you? Well, anyway. When making a melee attack, a creature that doesn't have a swimming speed has disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. I'm going to say that you have an intuitive enough understanding of fighting and fluid. Fighting and fluid, that sounds very weird. You understand basically that some of your weapons are going to be less effective underwater than others. Ranged weapon attacks automatically miss a target beyond the weapon's normal range. Even against the target with normal range, the attack roll has disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin, including a spear, trident, or dart. So some weapons you will be able to use just with disadvantage. Oh, hold on. Okay, basically, some weapons will be with disadvantage and some will be normal, but a lot of things will be with disadvantage. Pontos should be alright because he has a swim speed, so he is able to do stuff underwater. But yes, is everybody in there? Kararuk, Borin, Yorl, Pontos. I forgot all about Dr. Glaster, so let's get him in there. Initiative. And he is surprised because he is the only one who didn't notice that there were crocodiles swimming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, we need to do Duke as well. Let's get Duke in there. I knew there were 6 of you. He gets 15. Oh, you're all in one block pretty much. That's interesting. That potentially gives you quite a lot of power actually. To all be going one after another. That means that you can seriously do some dogpiling. Unluckily for you, the closest crocodile is one of the closest crocodiles is one of the first to go. I need to give him a height in the water. So you can basically, it's like you're flying, but quite slowly.
It's
So-
three-dimensional warfare.
Yep. So I am going to
Come
pop.
on, man. Bring it on.
I'm going to say
I mean,
these
we've
guys
got
are
within
swimming in
20
at
feet
about.
of each other. We're just going to mob them.
Yep.
So you guys have to stay close together, but yeah.
It'd be more fun if we was in the astral sea at the moment, Michael, because your speed is based on your intelligence value.
That could be interesting. So this zombie crocodile, for that is what it is, swims towards Kararook and Duke.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Well, you're the closest. It's first come, first served. He is going to try and he gets 2 attacks, one with the bite, one with the tail. He's going to try and bite Kararook.
Right. What the heck is going? Oof, oof. There we go.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
chompies!
Crikey. Okay.
So Kararook has been
Um,
bitten and is therefore grappled in the crocodile's mouth.
Can I use uncanny dodge on that, please?
You can indeed. And he is going to try and...
My good God.
Ouch.
What the hell is up with this creature?
Crikey.
So he has just whipped Duke and... Yep, that's going to be a bleeder. So that is Zombie Crocodile number 4 done for now. We move on to Zombie Crocodile number 1, who is going to start swimming towards you. Is he going to get there in time? I do not know. I'm going to give him a height as well of 20 because he's going to swim under his mate here, who is also at 30. So let's pop him there. So this one is going to swim towards you. The first one he reaches is our good and dear friend Borin.
Bring it on.
Bring it on, he says. On it shall be brought. Chompies be upon you. So he is going to try and bite Borin.
It wasn't activated yet. Oh, doesn't matter.
Oh dear, he has failed miserably. So I'm going to take a con save to see whether this chap halves his speed for the rest of the encounter. How disappointing. Constitution save. 11! Oh! Oh!
He made it.
Devastating. So, Zombie Crocodile number 1 is now has his speed halved. He's going to whip around with his tail. What is the range of a zombie crocodile? Tail reach 10 feet. So, what we need to know is anyone within 10 feet? Well, Pontos is, and Kararook is, but Kararook is already grappled, so I think they're going to try and whip Pontos with the tail. Smackery is laid upon him. So, whoever's looking after Pontos, please can you give us a Constitution save?
Oh, crap. No blood standard. Not a
So-
problem.
Yep, Pontos is able to maintain concentration and does not make you all drown. So that's nice. Okay. On to Kararook then, who is currently grappled. So, whilst grappled, you can use your action to attempt to escape, or Well, you don't have to, basically, but you can if you want to.
So, if I'm grappled, does that mean I
No.
automatically get a sneak attack? Advantage because Duke Bastard's right there beside me as well.
So the sneak attack you get because Duke is there, not because you're grappled. So you
Okay,
can have
fantastic.
sneak attack. I think that's how it works, isn't it? But since you are grappled, I need to remind myself exactly what that condition means. A grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. I love saying that word wrong. The condition also ends if an effect removes the grappled creature from the range of the grappler or grappling effect, such as when a creature is held away by the Thunderwave spell. Oh, excuse me. So, I thought grappled gave you advantage. Hold on. Are you grappled and restrained, or are you just grappled? That is the question. You are grappled and restrained. So, since you are also restrained, a restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and it cannot benefit from any bonus to its speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, which means you can't have sneak attack, because you never have sneak attack if you have disadvantage, I seem to think.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. A creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So, you are restrained by the crocodile's jaws. You can attack, but you attack with disadvantage. Because you attack with disadvantage, you are losing your sneak attack. Or you can use your action to attempt to escape instead.
And then I could still attack him with possible sneak attack. Good.
Well, you wouldn't be able to attack because you'd have used your action.
So is it a full action, not a bonus action?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's rubbish. Alright. But I can do a cantrip as a bonus action.
If you have a cantrip that can be cast as a bonus action.
Alright, let me try and escape this grapple then.
Okay, the DC is 19.
And what is it you want? What do you need from me?
Sorry. Yeah, an escape action is either athletics or acrobatics. But bear in mind that you have a disadvantage. Oh, disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Okay, so that doesn't make any difference. So yes, you can use acrobatics or athletics, whichever you prefer. So you're either wriggling out or forcing your way
I'm
out.
going to be wriggling out.
Oh, okay.
Oof. Cool.
Consider yourself ungrappled.
Awesome. Alright. I'm going to step back and using the environment, I'm going to hide. Using my bonus action to go stealthy. I'm going to get in between Pontos and Yoro and Duke and all that, and kind of fade into the background a little bit.
I'm not. I mean, you're still in melee with him, so because in that position you're within 5 feet. I am not sure whether we can justify hiding where you are at the moment.
That's fine.
But you still have your bonus action. Mage hand.
Yeah. Yeah, Mage hand's not doing. Oh, so
What?
sorry.
What?
I'm
Why are
trying
all
to
these
think of what
spells
they're all
popping up?
It's one action. They're all one actions. Oh bugger.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Alright.
that's often the case.
Oh, alright, I'm going to disengage then using my bonus action.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go and hide over here. I'm not hiding, I'm just moving over there.
Okay.
That's me done.
Cool. Right, I'm going to move that over there. Oh, so I've got all of these bloody height markers, and I am not sure even which belongs to who. I'm assuming that you're all at the same height at the
At
moment.
the moment, yep.
Okay. There's one there. Whose is that? Who the hell does that belong to? Damn it!
Oh, moving on. Just carry on.
Yep. Okay. So that was Kararuk. We move on to Borin.
Once again, it's like none of my superior maneuvers work on these guys because all their bloody limbs are attached. Right, if I do a disarming strike, can I take out a tail or something?
I would say no. It's not designed for severing limbs. It's designed for knocking things out of hands, isn't it? Which don't really translate. But I see what you did there. That was very much a an almost a Kararuk moment there.
Well, I'm getting rather tired of them. I've got riposte and sweeping attacks. That's it. Pushing attacks won't do anything. Actually, if I push them into this field, do they get injured by it?
Well, you can find out.
Oh, what the heck! I've got left over. Oh, I'm already raging for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, that might just be the marker. But if you want to rage, then hit the button again, because you know.
I will rage.
Cool.
But I'll be honest there. And I am gonna go. Yes. And I am going to go reckless attack, but I am going to do a pushing attack on the last one to see if pushing it into this field does anything to them.
Okay.
Okay, so attack number 1. Boom.
With disadvantage.
No, raging attack is an advantage.
All right, then. Well, rage isn't advantage. Reckless attack is
attack,
advantage. Yeah. However, you have disadvantage because you're attacking with an axe underwater, so they cancel out. It's a normal attack.
Out.
Yeah, so it's a standard attack.
Yeah, better than nothing. Okay.
Oh, I've definitely given these the wrong blood type. They shouldn't have red blood, but never mind. It is done.
Oh god, another 27. I'm loving this. Hang on. Oh, we just pull up pushing attack for everyone. Load, profile, load. Oh, the one time I wanted to actually do it. There we go. Switch, sweeping attack, stomach strike, pushing attack. Can everyone see that?
Yep. Attempt to drive the target back. You add the superiority die to the attack's damage roll. And if the target is large or smaller, it must make a strength saving roll. So these are 3x3, so he's not large, he is huge.
Oh, okay, that one attack. Then I've wasted it.
I don't think you've wasted it. You would know. I mean, yeah, you.
Well, hang on. Technically,
you know how big he is.
In water. You are lighter in water.
I mean, I take your point, but also you're going to be weaker in water as well because you're having to push against the a more dense thing than air. But Borin can tell the difference between a large thing and a huge thing, so I'm going to say that you don't waste your superiority die.
Well, doesn't the superior die do some extra damage as well if you wanted it anyway?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it
yeah.
anyway, then you can do extra damage with your superiority die.
No, I'll make a canon that I'm gonna make a canon that he tried but underestimated, physics, underwater physics and underwater fighting. But he
Cool.
gets an extra 2 damage anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
does
oh no, I've
bleeding
just,
work on these?
damn it, I have just done a thing. These are not mooks. Oh, curses.
What's a mook?
I wonder why they all had the same hit points. Okay, so it's a roll 20 slang. So basically, if you have multiple creatures that are the same monster, you have to unassign their HP to the HP on the character sheet. Otherwise, all of them will have the same hit points. And if
So
you change
basically,
one, it
until this
changes
they
all
would
of them.
drop dead.
Yeah. So I have to very quickly change this, which will not take me very long. But that is a rookie mistake, which I made a couple of weeks ago when I was planning this. So I don't know if you noticed, but all their auras will have gone orange at once, although they're not actually particularly visible with the glow of the Mythallar glowing. Yeah, that is that's roll 20 101. That's what everyone cocks up on their first session. And you change the hit points of one monster, and suddenly all of them change, and it's like, ah. So what I'm going to very quickly do is randomize their hit points again. There we
Now
go.
that one's dead, right?
Yeah.
No.
He's not dead. He is bloody. So I've just realised these are undead creatures, so they shouldn't be healing you.
Oh, I was about to say, brooch of bleeding work on them as well.
Well, they're undead, so they do not have. They
but
do not have
because
a.
you said they were. Okay, hang on. Take off for a 12.
Yeah, hold on, and then I need to give him. What I need to do is make it so that the script differentiates between undead and non-undead creatures, but I'm afraid my scripting is not that advanced yet. So take away 12, I think you said. Okay, so you have done some damage to the zombie crocodile with your trio of attacks. The brooch of the bloody rose does not appear to do anything because they are undead and don't have operating circulatory systems. Anything else from Borin?
No healing from the axe being submerged in blood.
Afraid not.
Damn. Okay, that's it for me then.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to move on to Yorl. Why is it so much later than I thought it was? I have no idea. Have no fear.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. Okay, Yorl is going to drop down 10 feet. So her height will now be 20.
Cool.
And she is going to basically almost go under this croc and reach up under its jaws or around the neck of it, and I'm going to do a shocking grasp.
Cool.
Would this be a disadvantage because it's not with a dagger, javelin, or anything like that?
Oh, that's interesting. So
I
that
thought
is
you were going
very
to tickle it
interesting.
there for a second.
Sorry?
I thought you were going to tickle it there for a second.
Yeah,
Well,
electric tickles.
It's the kind of tickle.
Yeah.
I just realised if you are you going up under it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like
That's-
25 feet
that's-
now, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. When making a melee attack, the creature that doesn't have a swimming speed has disadvantage on the attack roll unless the weapon is a dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. Well, rules as written, that is the case.
Yeah, that's fine. So disadvantage.
Oh, unfortunate. It was a
Yeah.
worthy attempt.
It thrashed and moved its head out of the way as I was probably back where I was.
I think I'm going to have to put these things on top of you all.
Yeah, I know. So at the moment I know I'm 20, but that's all she can do at the moment. She's like, well,
Okay, I'm trying to put Borin to the back, and he will not go. Go to the back, Borin. He won't go. Bloody Borin. Not Borin. Pontos. Jeez.
I say, why are you calling on me?
Sorry. I'm losing my mind.
what are you trying to do for Pontos?
Yeah, it's only Pontos, you see, who will not bear. Oh, in fact, on the other map, none of you have your markers on top of you either. So I have no idea what's going on now.
Okay. You
Oh well.
just move over to Pontos.
Indeed. There we go. So Pontos can move more or less normally, for he has the gift of the sea.
So he is going to swim over to here, and he's going to use his flame hammer of doom. Though admittedly it's flaming, so probably won't do as good. But Pontos is a little bit stupid, so
I'm assuming he is swimming down a bit to get him in range.
yep. So standard, and he will try and swing it two-handed because if he's going to try and brain a croc, he's going to brain it properly.
Blimey.
If you want to do any adjustment for the fire damage,
Yeah, I think that is going to be reduced somewhat due
well,
to the
it says
fact that you'll be underwater.
creatures and objects fully immersed have resistance. So
Yeah, so he is going to get some of that damage back.
and then he's going to, since it's still there, he's going to swing again. Two-handed.
Oh dear! So that will be on your next turn.
Hmm. Pontos is having an existential crisis of what is he doing here?
Yes.
So I tell you what, I'm going to say that you can finish your action because it's. I'm going to say it's the next round that you are affected by confusion.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to go and say good night.
No problems.
No problem.
These crocs are a slippery bunch.
Indeed, they are. Anything else from Pontos?
At the moment, no. That's all he's going to do at the moment. He was hoping to get a new pair of shoes, but not the case.
Okay, on to Duke then. So it says here Duke is prone, but he's underwater, so I don't think he can be knocked prone. So I will remove that status from him. Who's in charge of Duke? I think it was Chris, wasn't it? And Chris has just gone off to say goodnight. So, oh dear. Apologies. Underwater combat. Dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident. I don't think he's got any of those things.
I think he just got his rapier.
Yeah, so he could attack with his rapier. Is
Yeah,
that what he would do?
I think with these things swing around him, he might just get the blade out and try and defend himself.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
not as if he can really sing much of a song with his lute and the water.
True. So, so he first produces his pistol, and then produces his rapier. He doesn't have a pistol. I'm just being silly. No cover, no auto grit. He attacks with disadvantage. Not with his offhand. Here we go. Cha-ching. Oh, he manages to get it anyway.
Lovely.
Yeah. Right. This is the first round of combat, so Clestus is surprised because he did not notice the approach of the crocodile dillies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now it's the rest of them.
we move on to another crocodile who is bloody miles away, who is going to try and swim around the Mythallar. So he dashes, swims as far as he possibly can in one round, gets to about there. Then we move on to this one, who is also going to try and get into position to do some mischief. And then my turn order has disappeared. Why? There it is. It's come
There
back.
it is.
I don't know what happened there. That was very weird. And then we're on to number 5, who is over here, and he is in a position to do much more damage. So he's going to swim up behind Clastus and Cararook. So I'm just going to move their height markers yet again. So, Chompy's upon Dr. Clastus. Oh, did I miss Oh, yeah, he's surprised, that's why. Okay. Oh, poor old Dr. Clastus does not have particularly high armor class, so this is probably really going to hurt. Yep, that did hurt a bit.
Hello.
Hello! So, Cararook is about to get... Oh my god.
Where did he come from?
He was up here all the time. I've just filled my chat with error messages because because this big glowing yellow circle was on top of Cararook, so I tried to target it, and it doesn't have any attributes, so it's given me a long list of attributes that it doesn't have, which is not terribly helpful. Oh, I have accidentally named the zombie crocodile's tail attack as sword, but never mind. Oh, he's missed. Okay, that is round 1 of combat done. We are approximately at the halfway point for the session, so now seems as good a time as any for us to go and have a little comfort break. So I'm going to move that over there. I'm going to put us on the break screen, and I'm going to leave the chat going so that you can all have a nice chat. So, catch you in about 10 minutes. So we'll come back between about 10 and 10:15. 10 past and 10:15. See you in a bit.
No worries. Right, bye.
See you all.
Hello, I am here. Hello. Bum bum. Anyone there? Anyone on yet? That's alright, I'm talking to YouTube right now. Hey folks, I'm just your friendly carry rook. Just trying to make a living, and all I get is angst from angry crocodiles. Pretty shocking, really. I think I need carry rook to some more funky things, like dropping anvils on top of dragons. Might try and mount one of these crocodiles actually, that might be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna do that I think. Do, 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 do. And if there's anything you want carry rook to do in the game, just give me a shout. Oh, it's all quite quiet here. Ding. I can't be the only one on still, surely. My Discord just keeps dropping, so it's not always right. If you are watching this back, do say something in the YouTube comments. Something, as I said, for carry rook to do. I think it'll be quite cool.
Hello. Anyone here? No? Okay. I'm back. Excellent. Well, these crocodiles are arseholes, aren't they? They seem far too dodgy and they don't want to die permanently. And they do like hugging us.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you saying there?
I was saying these crocodiles are arseholes. They don't
They
want
are
to accept the fact that they're dead and they like hugging us far too much.
Yeah, they're big beasts.
I was hoping Pontos and Borum would have killed that first one before they started swarming us.
If I've got an arrow of lightning, but I don't know if that would just make everyone really tingly and sparky. Because we're in liquids, but I don't know if it's conductive or not. But that could be a thing.
It could be a thing. I've got similar things. I was testing the water with the shocking grass first off as for science, but I might have to ramp it up a notch.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, ooh, what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Am I far enough away? But that's all right.
Yeah, now let's put the bard and the wizard next to the croc that's about to activate. That's going to go well.
I've got an idea, actually.
Running away and pretending this all didn't happen is not an idea.
Nah, this is a cool idea. If it works, it's going to be immense. And everyone will bow down to Karuk and say, Karuk, that's just genius. You won player of the, not just the evening, but of the year with that movement.
Well,
Oh.
I've got a couple of ideas. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've got a couple of ideas. It's just I'm always wary of reaching for the big spells with Yorl too soon.
How many does she have? We're level 13, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Oh, she has. Let's have a look. See, level 13. Right. So, come on, open the character sheet up. Yorl. So she's got. Come on, scroll across. Keep going. Keep going. She has 4 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 3 level 3s, 3 level 4s, 2 level 5s, a level 6, a level 7 spell.
That's pretty decent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's all she's got, so.
Yeah, she's got quite a lot there. That's good. You got
Yeah,
cantrips as well.
Yeah, she's got. One. You got 6 cantrips.
Oh, that's not bad then.
Yeah, but not all of her spells are offensive. Yeah, I've tried to give her a full repertoire of things. Yeah, comprehend language, prestidigitation, unseen servant, stuff like that, to have a sort of a mix of abilities with her.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. I think Carrick's got a few different spells, and he's going to use one that's maybe really cool.
To be honest, with the rogue's ability to disengage, Booming Blade and Green Fire are just fantastic for a rogue.
Yeah. Green Fire, I'm not getting. It doesn't do as much damage as I think.
It's useful when you're ganged up about people. You can spread the damage. Yeah, sort of go. Oh, I'm going to hit this person, and then I'm going to do a nice little bit of side damage to a secondary person. Whereas Booming Blade is all on that one. But if you other classes, if you do it like on an arcane knight, which is a warrior class, it's like, yeah, I do this, but because of the wording of Booming Blade and Green Flame, you only get 1 attack. Whereas if you're this level, as a fighter, you'd have 3 attacks. So it's like it's not as good a spell for them as it is for you.
Yeah.
But it's being able to just do that and run away and go, God, if you chase me, you're going to take more damage. Is such a arsehole of a combination, really.
Well, I've just been reading up. There's I don't know if it's a spell or a feat or something called haste.
Oh yes, I know haste.
So that could give me 2 sneak attacks in a round.
No, because you only get 1 sneak attack per activation.
Oh.
However, if you had someone that gave you an activation out of your turn, such as a fighter class that has various strategies that can have different effects, you could get it that way.
That might be just something I need to look at.
Yeah, but Borin doesn't have that particular strategy.
That would be very, very handy.
But haste is still an amazing spell.
I'll have to do a bit more research, I think. I need to buy a new laptop.
Is it not working?
Well, nah, not really. Well, I'm on my desktop at the moment, but on the laptop, as I roll up Roll20, everything just takes so slow. Even just to get my character showing up, it's taking like 30 seconds. I'm like, it's not good. So, don't know.
Yeah, Roll20 does tend to kind of, well, it really grinds, doesn't it, with some things?
Yeah, I mean, it was alright a couple of weeks ago. Last time we'd played, but no, don't know what it is. Nothing's happened.
Other GMs I know have had quite a lot of trouble with it recently, Roll20 in general, but they've just acquired what might be described as D&D Beyond for Pathfinder. What's it called? Nexus or something, which is quite exciting for Pathfinder games.
What's the split between Pathfinder and D&D? Obviously, D&D's more
I
popular, but
would say that it would have been over. It probably would have been like 5 to 95 sort of thing. You know, I think it was probably a lot less popular than 5th edition because, I mean, during lockdown especially, and also with Critical Role and other live plays kind of spreading the popularity of 5th edition, it was absolutely huge for a while. However, that whole fiasco with the OGL and Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast just upsetting everybody. I think that has probably changed somewhat. It's probably not 50-50, but it might be like 70-30 or something. That is based on that is entirely based on
estimations and
estimations. That you know, I have not used any real world numbers for that, but I know that Paizo sold out of their whole stock of books, you know, that they were planning to sell over the course of a whole year, and they had to do loads more production because suddenly everyone started buying Paizo stuff during the OGL.
Is there a big difference
scandal
between the both?
They're parallel evolutions of the same rule set, basically. So Pathfinder 1st edition is a slightly tidied up version of Dungeons and Dragons 3.5e, which was, you know, very popular and one of the definitive ones. It kind of ended up being quite bloated. I think it was around.
And then it went from 3.5 to 5th edition. Nothing happened in between.
Nothing happened in between. There was certainly no 4th edition. I think that the principle of 4th edition, in principle, what they wanted was to create a version of Dungeons and Dragons that would be ready for online play. So their design brief, if you like, was actually quite good. They were trying to create something a bit more cinematic and a bit more tactical and grid based and a bit more kind of gamey, and a bit less role play-y, I think, because I think that's how they thought that the medium would go with online play, and I don't necessarily think they were wrong. I think they were just too early, you know.
But my God, it was slow.
Yeah, I mean, we've spent half an hour doing a single round of combat, but this is a single round of combat with at least 10 creatures in it. it'd probably take the whole session to do that in 4th edition, wouldn't it?
All right.
Literally, you can go, right, okay, your party are facing about half a dozen goblins. 4 hours later.
That's a bit rubbish.
Because it was just like, but like now he's like advantage, disadvantage, that's it. Is Michael here, by the way?
He's
No,
still
okay.
muted, but
Yeah.
I was telling you what the difference between Pathfinder and D&D was, wasn't I? And I kind of forgot. But yes, Pathfinder First Edition is an expanded and tidied up version of D&D 3.5e, set in a different world which is called Galarian, and it has its own kind of world and setting, and it's quite well developed now. So a lot of people really like it. It doesn't use anything that is D&D specific.
IP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Pathfinder Second Edition is to Pathfinder First Edition what D&D 5th Edition is to 3.5 fourth. So it's kind of a parallel evolution, and the idea is that it's a simpler game to play than Pathfinder First Edition, which ended up being horribly bloated as well, and it's a much more complicated game to play than D&D 5th Edition. Pathfinder 2nd Edition is still more complicated than 5e, but it's a bit kinder to beginners, but it's very, very, very... The problem is that the original manual, the original core rulebook, is the worst laid out book you will ever have the misfortune to attempt to read in your entire life. I don't think anyone would play the game based on that rulebook. It's like 600 pages that doesn't have any logical organisation to it. So
But,
I think the first time I made a character, it took me about 3 or 4 hours, and I'm an experienced role player, but I just wanted to tear my hair out by the end of it. I don't think anyone would play this game if their only experience of it was the book.
I can't comment about Pathfinder 2nd, but 3.5 and First Edition Pathfinder, you almost you thought about how your character was going to be at the end, so you sort of almost go, right, by level 20 I want to be able to do this, because you know in 5th edition you've got a couple, like say if you want heavy armor mastery, you have to have medium armor proficiency, you have to have light armor proficiency in those feats. Imagine that for pretty much every skill tree in those abilities. So to be able to have this, I must have this feat, and I have to have this feat, and I have to have this skill, and I have to have this stat. So then you work out what you want to be at the end, so that you can work the path backwards to then know. Because if you make one mistake at like level 6, it will then affect what you can be at the end. You haven't got this one particular skill. Oh, you can't have this final feat and where you want it to be, and it's good if you want to spend that time and think about it, going, at the end it's going to be like this, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to have all these abilities, but you've just got to plan it a little bit in advance, rather than like when you level up going, I feel like going this multi-skill now, or I'm going to have this feat now.
Yeah, a lot of GMs I've played with actually allowed players to kind of, not in the middle of a fight, but if you'd made a terrible tactical mistake in picking your feats and stuff, you were allowed to kind of rejig it. But
you did tell Michael 10 minutes, didn't you?
He's not muted anymore though, so I think he's back. I think he's just very quiet.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sorry.
are you back, Michael? Say something.
Yeah, I've been back for ages. You were just talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh.
We were waiting for you. We were
just talking rubbish while we was waiting for you, you fool.
I didn't want to interrupt. I mean,
that's fair enough. It was an interesting conversation, to be fair.
Sorry.
It's interesting. So I think Pathfinder's probably more around, do you know when you're playing a computer game and you've got your skills trees and all that?
Yeah.
You're looking down. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. That's fine then.
It's quite crunchy. I mean, I like that, and the action economy in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is completely different. So instead of having this whole different currencies that are not interchangeable, for example, you cannot, bonus action, action, movement, and free action, and all those things. None of those things are interchangeable in any way. But in Pathfinder, you have 3 actions, and that's it. And you can use those actions to move, to attack, to do whatever, and that is quite cool. So you can spend all 3 of your actions to move, which would give you like 75 feet of movement, or you can use all 3 of your actions to attack, but you get cumulative penalties and that sort of thing. But yeah, it is quite cool. But it definitely takes a bit of getting used to if your only experience of D&D is 5th edition. But I like it. Anyway, right. Back to zombie crocodiles in a sea of blood, which, this is not necessary. I did not visualize this happening when I was planning this campaign, but it is, this is kind of, shooting the moon territory, isn't it? This is
Different.
bad taste at its best.
Nothing wrong with that.
If you're gonna aim big.
Yeah. So, yeah, magical nuclear reactor, sea of blood, zombie crocodiles. Zombie crocodile number 4 is currently in melee range of Duke and Yorl. So, he had better do some chompies upon you. So, he's going to try and bite Yorl. Yorl has been chomped.
Oh.
For
17. I'm going to cast a shield on myself because fuck that. So as
Fair enough. Yep.
Under jaws come down, I just use my arcane energy just to prevent it getting too close.
Cool. Okay, you are now shielded for the remainder of the round, I think.
Yeah.
And then the tail flicks out to whip at Duke.
So my AC is now back. Excellent.
Ching. So Duke gets whipped by the tail. He isn't prone because he's basically treading water. We're going to move now onto zombie crocodile number 1, who is quite badly injured now. And he is facing off against the 2 fighters of the party. He is going to try and sink his teeth into Captain Pontos. He misses. He is going to whip around his tail at Borin. See whether he can smack him. He manages to smack Borin with his tail. The tip of his tail is quite sharp with all his scales. We move on to a big lump of players now. So on to Kararuk.
Okay. So this big thing over here, the sort of nuclear reactor, how hot is it?
You can go and touch it if you like. Find out.
So can we I might later. But when we were close to it, we felt the heat, yeah?
Yes. It is
quite
definitely exuding heat.
Okay, that's good to know, because what Kararuk's going to do is going to cast Vortex Warp on this crocodile.
Okay.
And he's going to put it right into the middle of the big fiery thing over here.
Okay, so is it a wisdom save?
Is it Chris?
Oh,
Chris, are you there?
speak to us, Chris.
I'm here. I'm back.
Oh, you're back.
My Discord just keeps dropping for some reason.
Oh,
Alright, so
how
Vortex
very
Warp.
dare it. Vortex Warp. Can you remind me what save it is? Is it a wisdom save?
Give me one second, I'm just finding it again. So there it is. Here's a bad boy there.
One second.
Oh, Constitution save. Okay.
Oh.
You'd have been better off if it was a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Zombie crocodiles are not very wise.
But they are tough.
10. That has got to be a fail. It says the DC is 0, but I think that's just set up wrong on the sheet.
Yes,
Your DC is going to be your intelligence modifier plus 10 plus your
8 plus proficiency, so that's
8 plus proficiency plus
That's going to be
intelligence. Isn't it?
12 plus your intelligence.
So
it's
that's
a
going to be
fail
at least
anyway.
16, isn't it? Right, that's a fail. So the vortex warp, range 90 feet. You can put it anywhere you can see within range. You're going to put it in there.
Yes, under the ring,
Yes,
on the big ball of fire, wherever it is.
Okay. So,
Told you I had something sneaky planned.
Oh, listen, I got similar.
so he is going to take a Constitution saving throw.
Another
So this Constitution saving throw is for touching the Mythallar. 21. He's actually passed, so he's going to take half of the damage that I'm about to roll. It's something I need to check very quickly because I did most of the prep for this session 2 weeks ago, and I've been asleep since then at least once.
He did it while 2 weeks ago, while high on cough and flu medicine and sleep deprived.
Yep, okay, that is my slightly modded version. Okay, so /R, a lot of D10s.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, so he passed the Constitution save, so he's going to take half of that damage, so it's going to be 51. So he takes 51 points of radiant damage.
That was good.
Yep, he is very badly burned. Oh, wait a minute. Undead have disadvantage on this saving throw, so I need to take that saving throw again. So actually, he might take the whole lot. Oh, okay, that was a natural 20. No, so he still passes because I did it with disadvantage, and the worst one is the one that he's already got. Okay.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action and drop a few feet, then hide using these walls or whatever it is.
Okay, how low are you going?
So these crocodiles are 30 feet above me, so I'm just going to drop around 5 foot or so, or maybe 10 foot. So I'm out of this one's sight as well. Because crocodiles have eyes at the top of their head, so I'm using that to my advantage and going to stealthy.
We've got some crocodile fans in the house today. So you have cast a spell, which is your action. You have moved a bit. Do you want to use your bonus action to do anything? You're hiding, aren't you? Give us a stealth roll.
Sweet.
25. Okay.
Apologies.
I'm going to say that you are hidden for now. Right, on to Borin. So I forgot to tag you with advantage. Never mind. So remember that you are at disadvantage due to being underwater. Oh,
He's gone again.
he is muted.
Maybe
I thought I heard him having a side conversation.
I'm ready.
He is ready.
Okay. Did you say this one was bloodied?
Yes.
Oh, it's just not seeing a marker. Okay.
It's there. It's just difficult to see because there's things in the background. The token markers are kind of small. They could do with being a bit bigger. In fact, if they scaled with the token, it would be a lot better, wouldn't it?
Right. So I'm going to do again reckless attack, which nullifies it down to just a normal.
Yep. Who?
Okay, and
More blood for the water.
Ouch.
More blood for the water.
yes, more blood for the water. Not more blood for the blood god.
No, we get copyright infringement.
Okay, take that 4 points back off me, and I'm gonna, as a bonus action, activate my. Actually, no. Tell you what, I'm gonna commit to second wind, not second wind, action surge, and see if we can finish this guy off.
Very well. Give him cake too.
We'll figure out the health at the end. Come on, just die already. Okay, fine. That's 2, and I'll move 5 feet over here, and fine. Oh wait, yes, I can still move, and one attack on this guy. Standard, two-handed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go.
Okay, I need to take off 5, 11. Oh no, 5, 12,
He'd say
18, 20 HP needs to come off.
Okay. I've been doing it as we've been going along, so
okay.
I've got all
And
those in
then
there
I
anyway.
activate, as a minor action, I will activate my shield, which I will now activate on my profile. Oh. Oh, it's
So
already activated.
Oh, really?
So,
Now got the check.
That's weird, because your token is saying armor class 20 and your character sheet is saying armor class 22.
22. Yeah, that's what confused me, because I checked the first time I got damaged to make sure that my shield wasn't activated, and it said 20. So I was like, okay, it hasn't activated yet.
Yeah. Oh well, it's yeah, the attacks against you were against AC 20, so I don't know why it wasn't
Yeah.
updating. I wouldn't worry too much about it, because I don't think any harm has been done. We don't need to wreck on anything. So that was Borin. Let's move on to Yorel, who is
Okay.
no longer shielded, so I'm going to take off that shield marker.
Yeah. I'll put the AC back down to where it should be.
Cool.
So she is going to swim round to here, just so she can see the one at the back. After seeing Karuk's amazing idea, have I got the spell card for it? No. Okay, so I'll have to do it this way. I'm going to cast this. Telekinesis.
Ooh, what have we got? So, range 60 feet. Concentration up to... Oh, did I hit Pontos a minute ago? I didn't get him, did I? I think I missed.
No.
Okay. Let's put the concentration marker on there. You gain the ability to move or manipulate creatures or objects by thought. When you cast the spell, and as your action each round for the duration, you can exert your will on one creature or object that you can see within range, causing the appropriate effect below. You can affect the same target round after round, or choose a new one at any time. If you switch targets, the prior target is no longer affected by the spell. And then there's the word creature on its own. You can try... Oh, right, okay, that's like a subtitle. You can try to move a huge or smaller creature. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability contested by the creature's strength check. If you win the contest, you move the creature up to 30 feet in any direction, including upwards, but not beyond the range of this spell. Until the end of your next turn, the creature is restrained in your telekinetic grip. Creature lifted upwards is suspended in midair.
Yeah. You've
Okay,
covered the.
cool.
Yeah.
That's the important bit, isn't it? So, so give us your ability check.
So this be plus 5. Oh no, I can do it off the character sheet, can't I? Let's
Yeah.
do it this way. So, intelligence. Come on, give me a decent dice roll. Submit. No. 16.
16. So that's...
Over average.
And the creature has to do a strength check, so... That's weird. It says strength check. It doesn't say strength athletics check, which is...
No, it's just my because otherwise it's my spell modifier versus your strength modifier, basically.
So, I mean, these guys don't have athletics anyway, so it's fine. So these guys are quite strong. 17, that was very close.
Ah, damn it. That was... Oh well, Rico just trying to move it, but it's held its position in the water.
So is it in your telekinetic grip? It's not, is it?
It's not in my telekinetic grip at this moment, no.
Oh.
But I
Anything
still
else
have
from
the spell.
Yorl?
That's about all I can really do at the moment. I was like, shit. I'm not having a good day today. But these things happen with in these different environments.
Yeah.
Sure, it'd be worse down here.
Oh my god, yes, Char underwater. God, the party would never hear the end of it.
Well, there's also the fact all of his fire attacks going, no, fuck this.
Right, on to Pontos.
Yeah, okay. Pontos, he's going to swim over to here and start beating this guy. Hopefully I can actually hit for once. Right. Standard, and with two-handed. That's better.
Not bad.
So he gets a bit back for fire resistance.
Yep. A couple more to go would be nice. Oh, shit. Take all that back. I was confused. Pontos was confused from last term.
Oh, yeah.
So you might want to just reset all of that. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. So I've given him back
I will-
22 plus 5.
Shit, sorry about that.
That's all right.
I just...
That's
Is that another apple you get?
So the confusion spell. Can you please roll a d10?
This is going to fuck me over more than it's going to help.
7. The creature uses its action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach. If there is no creature within its reach, the creature does nothing this turn. There are 2 creatures within Pontos' reach.
Okay.
Yorl and Borin.
I'm going to do it the good old-fashioned way. So 1 to 3 is Yorl, 4 to 6 is Borin. Borin.
Oh, somebody's gonna get my favourite award today.
Right, I'll do it as I would. So standard. And it'll be
Technically, I think you
two-handed.
probably have advantage because of reckless attack as well.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. Then we just do that one all over again. Duck.
Quack. Oh, it's a bloody critical. Jesus.
Crikey.
Oh God.
No, just boring.
It says the creature uses its action to make a melee attack, so you don't have to exhaust all 3 attacks on him.
No.
And also, he effectively has fire resistance because you're underwater, so I'm going to give him back half of that fire damage. Ouch!
Hang on, piercing. Do I get half of that off? Because I'm in rage.
You're raging, yes.
Oh
that is
yeah.
correct.
I am raging.
Okay, so we'll give you back 16 then. There we go.
Yeah.
So,
Brexit,
it wasn't that bad.
with your health and your rages compared to if Yorl had just copped that in the face.
Yeah, that
Is it
was.
back on?
Yeah, it's back on. It is done.
Okay.
Oh my
Um,
God.
After that, sort of, Pontos comes to his senses.
Yes, it was only for 1 round, wasn't it? So, yeah. So that's all he did for that round. But now we have Duke. So I think Chris had Duke before, although we did
No?
Duke. We did Duke while you went and said goodnight to the Kiddywinks or whoever it was you were saying goodnight to.
Yep, me daughter. I don't seem to have. That's. There it is. Alright, let me get him up. Mr. Duke Bastard. Okay, he is going to do something cool.
What's he gonna do?
So, similar to last time, he's going to cast Polymorph on one of these crocodile things. And not only is he just going to cast Polymorph on a crocodile thing, he's going to turn him into a butterfly, which, as you can imagine, probably doesn't do very well in water or blood.
Right. So
Oh, wait a
can you
sec.
chuck polymorph in the chat for me?
I'm just looking at it now. It wouldn't be challenging.
Wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect.
So let me decide what I want to turn it into, because if it turns into a butterfly and it dies, it turns back into a crocodile, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit rubbish. Then. Okay. Okay. I shall turn it into a sandworm or something instead then.
New form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. Or the target's level if it doesn't have challenge rating. The target's game statistics, including blah. When it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the number of hit points it had before transformed.
But if you while it's in that transformed state, say you did 50 health to it.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as if you're a druid in wild shape, isn't it? The extra damage.
It overruns.
Yeah. As long as the excess damage doesn't reduce the creature to 0, it isn't knocked unconscious. The creature is limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form. Oh dear.
Can I turn it into a sea slug?
Sea slug. Right, let's see if I can find something like a sea slug.
That's not going to be doing much, is it? Then we can just leave it to the end and take it out. Or pick it up and throw it at this big ball of fire.
Well, first you've got to see if the spell takes effect.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's do the save because that will save me potentially some faffery. Was it wisdom save? I think it was.
Yeah.
Come on, crocodiles! Don't let me down. 18. He passes. Oh, what a waste of a level 4 spell slot.
That would have been amazing.
Yep, turning undead crocodiles into slugs.
Okay. But what I can do as well, let me just take that off actually. Polymorph. Okay. How many bardic inspirations do I have? I don't know. Where are they?
Should be under your resource boxes. So 5 bardic inspirations.
Ah, sweet. Alright. So, bardic inspiration I can give as a bonus action. I can also use it as a reaction as well to reduce damage, isn't it? Or an attack roll. So at this moment,
Really?
I believe so.
Depends on the college.
This is cutting words, isn't it? Let's see if he's got. Yeah, we've got cutting words. That's alright then. Yeah, I'll put it into the chat. I'm not spending that just now, just so you can see it. But what he's going to do, he's going to give Pontos one of those bardic inspirations now. So Pontos is now inspired.
Cool.
Bardically. And that's
Bardically inspired.
Yeah.
I've got a button for that somewhere.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, give it a click.
Way.
Why didn't it make the noise? It didn't make the noise.
It'll probably come on in about a minute's time or something.
Yeah, it may just be that it's an older version of the script and it's... Hold on, bardic inspiration. That's... I'm just gonna... Why am I doing this now? It's not really that important, but... I know why. Or do I? Manage audio. No. Miscellaneous? No. Right, we need to put the bardic track in there. Must be there somewhere. There it is. Add to game. Then we shall put it in the spell folder. There we go. Sort A to Z. There it is. There we go. Wild Stallions rule! Okay, sorry. I live for the noise. So Duke has given bardic inspiration to Pontos, and I think that's probably the end of his turn unless he wants to move.
No, because I'll get splattered if I do.
Very good. On to Clastus. So Clastus, oh god. Okay, I'm going to say the vortex broke the broke the grapple, because if vortex walk didn't break the grapple, then Clastus would be on fire. So okay, Clastus, I am sure he would probably bring his weapon to bear. Doesn't say anything about underwater firearms. Can you fire firearms underwater? Firearms probably need oxygen to fire, don't they?
Oh God, yes.
Get your physics out of this fantasy game.
Although it is a magic, it is a +3 musket, isn't it? I don't know. Again,
Well, to be fair, there are types of combustibles that work underwater as well. I think lithium. What's it? Lithium combust. There's those emergency flares divers use.
Yeah, lithium reacts with water. quite explosively. Might get a bit of a better bang.
Shall we let him shoot his gun underwater? Would that be a disadvantage? Would a gun work better underwater than a bow? I think it probably would. Because it's crossbows are exempt from the... Yeah, musket's much better than a crossbow, isn't it? It'd have a lot more force. So, okay, I'm going to say that he can use his gun underwater. Otherwise, he suddenly becomes a bit redundant, doesn't he? Considering that I am not going to look at his spell list, because I'm very confused by artificers. So he would probably shoot the closest monster, wouldn't he? Which is this one here, which Yorl and Borin and Duke are fighting. Dog pile. There we go. I mean, he never hits anything with that gun, at least not when I'm playing his character. What else would Clastus do if he had just failed to shoot a giant crocodile?
Person swear normally.
Yep, he would, with a French accent, do some nice French curse words probably. Okay then. Zombie crocodile number 2. Either has to go the long way round or has to go up here. So they swim along, ready to attempt the jumpies on Yorl, Pontos or Borin. Who's gonna get it? Well, 2 of you are gonna get it, but I don't know. So it's gonna be anti-clockwise. Yorl, Borin, Pontos. In that order, 1, 2, or 3. 3. Pontos is getting it. So this is going to be a chompies on Pontos.
I'm going to do a bardy thing and remind you you've got inspiration.
Oh, oh. Okay.
Well, that's more for his attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, but might affect his saving throws.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Second.
And then I don't think that he can whip something that's in his mouth with his tail, so who gets hit by the next one is going to be either Yorl or Borin, left to right. Oh, it's Yorl. But Yorl effectively hasn't been hit because she shielded herself last time. So we're going to need at least 1 Constitution save.
Or it's con save from Pontus, actually.
There we go. So
yeah. So the saving throw from Pontus. Let's just do that one. Get that out of the way. We're fine.
okay, nobody drowned. That's good.
And then Yorl, I do have advantage because I have Warcaster. Because I want to keep my spells in my head. Love it.
Cool. Okay then. So that crocodile has done all he can. We move on to this one here, who is... Well, he's right next to Duke. Oh, poor old Duke. I'll feel incredibly bad if Luke's character gets done over while he's away, but... Oh, this is going to be a bite attack with advantage due to flanking. Oh.
Right, so hold on. I'm just trying to work out how many with my cutting words what it actually is.
You need to get like an 8.
Yeah, I don't know what it is I've got.
It's a D10.
Yeah, so you would spend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration and then roll that dice and then deduct that from the attack
D10.
roll.
That's not a good chance, is it?
Well, if you get yeah, you would need an 8, because 7 would make it, it would still be a hit. Yeah, so you'd have to roll 8. 8, 9 or 10. So you have a 30% chance of turning that into a miss.
I mean, it's 30 damage. What's this? No, I think you have to take that just now.
Take it!
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, or Nate would have said, suck it! Except he said that to bad guys though, not to fellow party members, but
Suck it!
it's like he was here. Hi Nate, if you're watching. And also, hi to our one and only fan, Wayne. Hope you're well. How's the missus?
And Mrs. Wayne, yeah.
And Mrs. Wayne.
Don't punch me.
So, tail attack then. So Kararuk is currently hidden and out of range. Clestus is in range.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know something that happened with Peyton.
Ooh.
These
Okay.
crocs are on fire tonight.
Yep. Soon they will be, I am sure. So,
They don't burn quick enough.
so this one here, I think.
Is he trapped within the rings? Because those rings are still spinning, aren't they? He's big.
Quite slowly, so he will be able to swim out if he survives. So he has to do a Constitution
Crikey.
save.
I'm taking damage dealer on this one. Crikey.
Oh dear, he has failed the con save. Takes 140 points of damage. Oops, I added 140 instead of deducting 140. So, I mean, therethere's no point doing Undead Fortitude, is there? Because
Oh, Jesus, no.
because the target number would be ridiculous, and also it's radiant damage. So yeah, that is killed. So we are now on to the beginning of round 3.
Does that mean Carrot got killed beyond the grave?
Oh yes,
Ah,
rarely awarded, but yeah. Well, we'll come to that. So, so Zombie Crocodile number 4 is in melee range with 3 of you. So I am going to do some random choosing. Oh, that's for Yorl. Okay, so that's going to be a bite attack for Yorl. Okay, Yorl is bitten and restrained unless she would like to shield herself.
Yeah, I'm going to do another shield.
Very well. That seems like a sensible use of a spell slot.
Yeah,
TBF.
she's not.
so before you
keen
do
on all
that,
this.
yeah. So before you do that shield, because you're grappled as well, can I try my cutting words before that actually happened?
Well, I won't be grappled.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
All right.
It becomes a miss.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I just want to use cutting words.
Ah, I'm sure you will get the chance. So, is this going to be for Borin or for Duke? We shall find out. Oops. Okay, that's for Duke. Oh, wait a minute. Duke's grappled. So actually, this crocodile couldn't have bitten Yorl anyway, so you can have your spell slot back.
Okay.
I will do a bite attack with advantage on Duke instead. Sorry, Luke, if you're watching.
Come back.
Yeah, come back so you can die while your character's here. Sorry, so your character can die while you're here.
So, can I use cutting words on that attack then, on myself?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alright, I'm going to do that then. So that's
Okay.
a D10 I have to roll and take off.
Enough.
Alright, that's
Enough.
enough.
That
Right,
did it. Okay, so
Let me
he
take-
gets 20 hit points back.
let me take one of these bardic inspirations off as well.
Oh, wait a minute. Can he use cutting words on an attack against himself?
I used to. Doesn't say you can't. Let me stick it, I think. Cutting words.
Okay, that's fine. That is done. So technically, because we're using scripts that automatically add damage and all that sort of thing, that kind of makes the line about when it should be used redundant, so don't worry about that bit. Okay, so that became a miss due to cutting words. So there is going to be a tail attack coming, but I'm damned if I know who's going to get it. It's got to be Borin or Yorl, and it's going to be Yorl, and Yorl now
Yep.
has an improved armor class. So let's see what comes of that. Oh, is she getting flanked?
Probably.
Technically, she's getting flanked.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a miss. Okay.
Oh, good arcane protection.
And that one's dead, so I forgot to take him out of the turn order. There we go. So we're on to Kararuk. Kararuk is hidden. Kararuk is 20 feet below this crocodile.
So I'm going to come up here, swim up a little bit and stab this bad boy.
Okay, you
I'm
can be
adding-
there. Oh, actually, are you're swimming up underneath?
Yes.
Okay, so you can be there.
Let me get the next one. So this is with advantage and sneak attack.
Are you going to ask me if he's fire-based?
No, I'm going to ask how big he is.
He is huge.
No, attack. Huge. Huge. Oh, cool. And I'm adding booming blade as well, please.
Okay.
Bum, 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 bum. Holy cow.
Oh, blimey.
What manner of blade have you got there? You
It's a sneak attack as well. Holy
with
cow.
with a crit. Okay, we know who's got damage dealer as well here.
Crikey.
That did more than what the blender when you threw the other one in the blender.
It did. Oh wow. I'm good at something. Hey.
You may notice that the Godslayer seems to be more effective against big things.
Yeah. Cool. That's pretty sweet. Alright. And then I've still got some movement because I've only gone from there to there.
Half speed.
Oh, okay. Let's just work out how much that is. 15. Now I've got 35. Alright, so don't have too much movement. Can I hide again, please?
You're kind of
Below these crocs.
Mask of the Wild.
Shall I stick it in the chat?
I'm going to say that you can, because you are surrounded by other people and you are in a a semi-opaque fluid medium. So, yeah, okay, cool.
It's me done.
On to Borin.
Woohoo! Yeah, I mean, okay, well, I'll second wind. Let's get that health point a bit up. Grab second wind, there you are. Better than nothing. Okay. Swingity swing swing. Reckless attacks are standard. Hang on. Locked it up. I selected one-handed by accident. Apologies. Oh, miss. Okay, swing number 2. Okay, minus
Oh, there we
5, so
go.
I'm at 53 HP. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, and that's it. That's my turn. God, it's annoying when they don't have anything.
Yeah, I haven't deliberately created a succession of monsters that prevent you from using your magic items. That would be perverse, but sometimes that's the way it goes. So that's Borin. We are on to Yorel.
Well, Yorel is going to once again try and fling this one right next to her into that blender with a telekinetic shove.
Telekinetic what's it? Okay.
So mine this time is a
9.
Terrible.
Okay,
Terrible.
this guy is going to have to roll extremely badly for that to be sufficient.
You know what?
Oh.
No, it's not.
It's all right. You can do it if you want to.
No, it's okay. But
Do you have inspiration?
yeah, I was thinking about it, but no, fuck it. I was going to do it. Yeah, I'll use the inspiration. I'm seeing your result now, and that's kind of unfair. But I will try with the inspiration.
Oh, unfortunate.
Oh my good God, this is terrible. But yeah, I'm trying to shove this thing, and like I'm just flapping around in the water, just with my arms sticking out, doing nothing. Oh
well, on to Pontos. Pontos is currently grappled.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's one quick way of getting out of a grapple, and that is doing it. We will do this. So, come on. Drop it.
So that should have been with disadvantage, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay. So if you want to just cancel that, I'll do it again. Sorry.
Well, just roll a d20, and we will see whether that changes the result. Oh, that definitely changes the result. Okay, so
of course. God damn it,
typical. So there is a shortcut to the fumble table, I think. I can't actually see it. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay.
There it is.
Bad timing. You dropped to the last in the initiative order. Okay, so I'm going to change your initiative to 1. And Yorel was the last person to go, wasn't she? So that means the next one is going to be Duke.
I am sorry, world. I don't know what I've done to upset you tonight, but come on, Roll20. Please give me something.
Duke is no longer grappled because the thing that was grappling him has been killed. So Duke is free to wave his rapier about with impunity. Oh, wait a minute. I don't need to do anything with Duke. It's Kamaruk it's Chris who's looking after Duke at the moment, so
I am.
fire away.
So, joke. Give me 1 second. How badly hurt is everyone? Can Duke easily see?
You're all pretty close together. So Duke can see...
Emotionally, Yorl is feeling terrible at the moment.
Yeah, Duke can see that Borin and Clastus are quite badly hurt. And he knows that he himself is injured. But
okay, so I'm sure I've got ECS spell in here. Where is it? I'm sure I've seen mass heal. There we go, mass healing word. Let me just read this, please. What's it going here anyway? 6 creature charge that you can see. 1d4 plus your spells card. Plus my spell cast.
that's going to be charisma for a bard.
What's my charisma? Me charisma is 20, but it's only
That gives you plus 5, I
plus
think.
5. Yeah, plus 5. So that's d4 plus 5. That's not a lot, is it?
It's not a huge amount. It's unless you've got a party literally on fumes, it's probably not the best one to use at this point.
No.
Why am I advising you on what spells to use?
Yeah, so what he's going to do...
I'm a zombie crocodile.
He's going to try and cast Polymorph again and turn one of these crocodiles into a big, small sea slug. There you go.
Okay, so that's going to be a wisdom save. I'm assuming he's going to do it to the closest one.
Yeah, the one that's trying to kill him.
Cool.
Yes.
Ooh.
Lucky crocodile.
So, I don't have a worm, so I'm just going to pop him on. I'm just going to bump him onto the GM layer. And then I'm just going to draw a little squeal, like I did last time. Oops. I want the freehand one. Cancel. Where's the freehand drawing tool?
It's the paintbrush.
There we go. And there we go. It's barely visible. I think we need to zoom into this a bit, actually.
Purple thing.
Yeah. It's
Alright,
not
so
actually a purple worm, but...
Yeah. So I'm going to pick it up. And move over here. That's all he can do. Guess what, this bad boy's being thrown soon.
Ooh.
That's him done.
Very well. Give him cake too. Okay,
Give
on
him
to
cake.
Clastus then. It's a Eddie Izzard sketch. Thank you for flying Church of England. Cake or death?
Cake or death, yes.
Oh, I'll have the cake, please.
Yeah.
Very well. Give him cake. Okay. Clastus is left with little choice than to try and shoot with his musket. I seem to think he has some ability to use alternate ammunition, but I don't know how it works, so I'm just going to fill time by just getting him to shoot this crocodile here. I don't believe it! Clester's shot something.
Way.
He's done more than I have tonight, and I've used 2 characters.
So we have a zombie crocodile who has Pontos in his jaws. He's going to bite Pontos with advantage, since he is restrained and literally already in his mouth. So all he has to do is go. So unbelievable.
He's a hard nut to crack.
He is indeed.
Yeah, Pontos was in a zombie crocodile's jaws, and somehow the zombie crocodile missed him.
It's not necessarily missed. It's more a case of just didn't penetrate the armor, so it's just trying to chew on the plate man. With just like I say, like if you eat a nut and it's still got a shell on, it's like no, no.
Too chewy. Yorrel and Borin left to right.
Armadillo.
Borin's getting it this time.
Oh no, not me.
Oh, it is you. It is you, sir. Prepare for smackery.
Don't worry, you're raging. You only take half of this.
Yeah, so you get 8 of those back. And you are not prone, so I'll give you 8 hit points back. You are not knocked prone because you're floating in the water. Pontos does not get to go again this turn because he fumbled.
So, do you want to call it there for the evening?
Yes, let's do some awards. So I am going to move us onto the awards screen.
Yeah, or the Karuk night.
Yeah, Karuk is going to be heavily represented here. And I've got a button that makes the awards appear. Yay! But I need to start from the beginning because Pincushion is not the first award. Stop, restart, pause. There we go.
Just typing that into the text so we remember for next time.
Good idea. So I am going to make Kevin invisible.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at clicking my fingers. I'm trying to click my fingers so that it seems cool when I make you disappear, but it wasn't.
Brave attempt.
Yep. Okay, who's the tactical genius this time?
I think it's Mr. Rook with his teleport.
I think you are right. That was pretty cool. So yes, Kararuk vortex warped a giant zombie crocodile into the Mythallar's cradle so that he got burned with all the powers of a magic nuclear reactor, which was unsurprisingly fatal in 2 rounds.
I wanted to do something similar, but for some reason my dice just decided to shit on me.
That's unfortunate. That was very cool. I was channeling the inner dropping the anvil on a dragon's head.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. Right. Kill of the week. We can't give 2 awards for the same thing, so is there another kill that was cool?
Well, there was the 100-odd stab from Pontos from Karuk as well.
Oh, so Karuk wins Kill of the Week and Tactical Genius. But at least they were 2 different things.
Yeah.
Okay, how about Yoink?
Pass on that one.
Yeah, I think there's nothing that close to death today.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, Kill from the Grave, also Karuk, because something that Karuk instigated killed something when it was not his turn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't normally win things. I'm doing all right this week. This is cool.
Damage dealer.
This is a close one.
So, Yeah, it's a
158 from one stab.
it's a close one because we don't know whether to give it to Kararuk for using the Godslayer or for using the Mythallar. So, best supporting role.
That would be Duke for at least chucking a few inspirations around.
Cool. Oh my god.
And he was also doing a bit of healing.
Try to.
So, how about the Baldric Award for I Have a Cunning Plan, my lord?
Oh, that's got to be teleportation into the.
Okay, so how about Role Player of the Week?
Not sure on that one.
How about a bit of Yorl action because Yorl contemplated the many wonders of the Mythallar and didn't quite swim up and touch it, which would have been hilarious, but
It could have got to that point. Sort of, I wasn't going to go there straight away, but
I was thinking of it.
yeah, I mean,
You
I'm
wanted to see
very glad that you guys decided to attack something else with it before you tried to touch it yourselves, because there could have been insta-kill territory there. So, Role Player of the Week. And I think... Whose side are you on?
Pontos.
Yeah, for hitting Borin.
Yeah.
That was lucky it was Borin and not Yorl, I think.
Yep.
That-
And this one, I think, is Borin, sadly.
Yeah. Borin did get chomped on somewhat.
Yeah.
Also, some of it was self-inflicted by his axe as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that I think mainly might be from somebody hitting me that was on my team.
It was the axe. It was you missing. That's what did all the damage.
Sure.
So,
That's
some
my
of it.
excuse. Yeah, the dice just did not like me this week. I had things set up. Yeah, if I could have got multiple teleport shoves and restrained them inside the blender and just kept them there until they stopped moving. But no.
Oh, it was not meant to be.
Oh, I've still got the spell for 10 minutes, so I've got a couple more shoves and it might help on the rings as well.
I have to bid you.
Yep, no worries, mate.
Yeah, it
Have a
is
good
time.
night.
So yeah, have a great week, everybody, and more of
you.
the same in 7 of your Earth days, all being well.
No worries.
See you all. Bye.
Catch you later.
Take it easy. Have a good weekend.
John,
Oh yes.
I tried to put the treasure in the loot, but I can't actually edit it or anything in that thing that pops up.
Oh. Okay, let me try.
It is the treasure with the exclamation.
Ah, sorry, I forgot to. I made it visible to you, but I forgot to make it so that you could edit it. So you should be able to now.
Yes, there we go. I'll throw that in now before I forget, because then that's got it all done and dusted, and I don't have to worry about it.
Brilliant.
But
Right, have a good one. See you next
you
week.
too, mate. Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.